So this is a quick review of the Fujifilm VG-XT4. That's the battery grip for the X-T4. So I'm going to break this down into 3 sections, nice and quick. First, I'm going to just go over the use case, why you'd want to buy this, why I bought it, and secondly, what I dislike about it, and thirdly, what I do like and the little bonus features I didn't realize you got when you bought this grip. So the first thing I really want to say is I got this grip for 2 reasons. I got this grip for the extended battery life. It means 3 batteries. Generally means I can shoot all day. I can take photos all day. Don't need to worry about switching on and off the camera, and I don't need to worry about thinking where my camera bag is, batteries, are they charged, etc. I know they're charged because I can see that on the screen. I know where they are, they're attached to the camera, and that means I don't need to carry a camera bag if I don't want to. It just means I can walk around with the camera and the lens and I'm happy. So that's the reason I bought it. The second reason I bought it is actually because my hands actually hit this control here quite often, and that's because I have medium to large hands. I'm 5'11", and when all 4 fingers are on the camera, this finger actually rests on this control. So that's also a real annoyance, to be honest with you, because when you try and take photos or videos, you just don't want your finger on this control, especially during videos. You hear a little clicking on your mic, and picking up that clicking is just not good. So that's one of the major reasons I got it. Though, to be honest, if you're on a gimbal, you can't use the grip. Just can't do it. Especially on the Ronin SC, even with the heavier lenses, so any of these red tag lenses from Fujifilm, you're not going to be able to use those on the Ronin SC realistically, not with pull focus. So just something to bear in mind. So that's why I bought it. There's things I dislike about it. Well, there are 3 things I dislike about it. One is this battery tray is built really well thought out, except when there's no batteries in it. When there's no batteries in it, I actually have to look and make sure I line up the battery tray with the grooves. The minute you put a battery in it, and you put it in by going contact to contact first and then just clipping down, you have a nice little snap in there, and to release it you have to just pinch it slightly and it release. So that means it actually won't fall out and so on if you have it upside down or whatever. But as soon as you put that in, no trouble finding that groove. It just goes straight in. Can't explain it, but that's kind of just how it is. So that's one of the unforeseen annoyances. Second unforeseen annoyance is really this cap here. Now you're thinking, it's a cap, who cares? Well, underneath this cap is spring-loaded metal contacts to connect it to the camera. So there it is. There's the matching up. That connects with that, and that's fine. Except Fuji kindly thought about having this little cutout here, this recess for this rubber cap, and this rubber cap is the rubber cap that comes with the camera. So you can put that on there. Lovely, just fits on there, and that's fine. Take it off, and so you don't lose it. There's this lovely recess here, and again, really well thought out. It fits in snugly, won't fall out even when you're changing it, fumbling around. But this cap, they didn't think about. Now this cap is the one that protects these pins when it's stored. So why they didn't think about you'd want to store that with the unit, I have no idea. So at the moment, this sits in the bottom of my camera bag. Not very elegant, but that's kind of just how it is. Moving on. So these are some of the things I like about this grip. Now the grip has all the controls in a really well thought out manner, and I'll cover that in a second. But the thing I actually didn't expect was when you put a battery in the camera and connect the grip, now the grip has pins there and pins there to make sure there's a solid connection. It won't flap about, it won't move or anything like that. Solid connection, screw that down. Switch on the camera and you'll immediately notice I can use this switch here to set my battery mode, so normal, eco and boost. A little annoyance that normal is before eco, which is a bit strange, so you'd expect it to say eco normal boost, but we've actually got normal, eco and boost. And then to set your boost modes, you still have to use this button to say, do you want it to be resolution priority, frame rate priority, or low light priority. So it is what it is, but I generally leave my camera in boost all the time. So that's one nice thing, is that whole fact that it works without any batteries in this unit. And the other nice thing on batteries is, and there's going to be a little bit of a segment on batteries if I'm honest. When I plug one battery in, it doesn't matter which battery is if it's in the camera or in the body, sorry, in the camera body or in the grip, the camera knows which one to use. So it goes through them sequentially and depletes each battery sequentially, but it knows right now there is a right bay with a battery in it and it's full, and the main body has also got a battery in it and it's full. Now I can hot add another battery, obviously adding weight to this unit and overall, and it says, right, now I've got the camera body, the left bay and the right bay. So I've got left bay and right bay, all with batteries in it. Now it depletes them sequentially, but it also, if you plug a USB-C cable into the camera, will charge them sequentially. So that's just a nice little bonus, so you don't need to worry about charging them. And you can just plug that in, and what will happen when I plug the other side into a USB outlet, USB-C outlet in this case, is switch it off and you'll see little green lights. This one signifies the left bay, then we've got the right bay, and we've got the internal. And when they flash, they tell you that they're charging those batteries. So right now, all three are just green, which means they're all charged really. So we're good right now. Everything's working, everything's fine. But really, if you're traveling, it just means all you need is to connect this overnight and leave it. It will just charge up overnight and it sequentially charge all three batteries. Now moving on, I'll quickly take you through the menu. And now if I hit menu, because this is an integrated solution, go down to the spanner, choose user settings, go to battery age, and you'll see again, body, battery grip left, battery grip right, age of the battery, new, because all my batteries are newish, couple of weeks old, because this camera was only launched a couple of weeks ago in the UK, and their life, so how much life's in each battery. So that's great, because it all works and it's all integrated, which is lovely, and I really think that's great. No need to guess, it all works perfectly. Now, obviously with the Fujifilm, they're great for portraits. They love their color science. So when you rotate the camera, it goes into portrait mode, and so does the screen. Now that works really well. That's a feature of the camera, not the grip. I could disconnect the grip and it would still do the same thing. But it's just a lovely feature of the camera. But it just means when I use the grip, I've got the same buttons near my right thumb that I had when I was vertically. So I've got my AEL, autofocus on, and the focus stick. Now, if I rotate that, you'll see again, autofocus on, AEL, and focus stick. I also have this wheel control, which is duplicated from here, the Q button, which is duplicated on the top, the front button. Now this front button here is actually duplicated on the top here, and the front wheel, which my my first finger usually hits, is duplicated here. So all the buttons are more or less where you left them, regardless if you're portrait or landscape or portrait. I've got all those controls exactly there, which is just a nice feature. It just makes life a little bit easier. No need to remember your buttons have moved or anything like that. And as you can see, with the grip attached, my fingers don't hit this knob at all. It's nice grip, solid grip, and I can hold it with one hand or two hands. It works beautifully, and I have no worry about hitting that wheel. There's a little recess there for my finger to go into, so that works really well. And that's really the review of this unit. It's pretty good. I would recommend buying one if you can. Don't worry about buying all the batteries if you don't want to. If you just need the 2 batteries, you think that'll last you all day, then just get the 2. It works perfectly well. If you just want to use 1 battery and you just want that extra size, because you've got very big hands, great. Or if you just actually do want all the batteries because you're doing long time lapses, maybe you were shooting lightning last night and you did 3-4 hours of video or something, and you want to just be 100% sure that you weren't going to run out of battery, then this is perfect. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.